Welcome to Conversations in the Closet. I am your host, Teresa Romer, and we have our special guest today, Maz.
Hi, Teresa. How are you?
This is so weird getting to see you face to face to do this.
I'm enjoying it. Welcome to LA. Welcome to Cali again.
It's like a real podcast. We're face to face.
Yeah, I feel like we're somewhere in in a professional studio somewhere on satellite radio right now.
As you guys may not know, normally I'm in Texas in the closet, and Maz is out here in LA, and we're doing this long distance, so it's kind of a treat.
Teresa, it's the 21st century.
I
Get out of the closet.
It's kind of a treat to get to be face to face and do this face to face and
I agree.
not have to see each other on the iPad.
I agree. To see your beautiful face is a blessing.
Oh,
so
it's
how's
so
your
much
stay?
fun.
Everything
It
is
is
good?
so much fun being out here in LA. You guys don't understand how much I love it out here. I'm trying to get back out here so badly.
Well, you are. So I think a lot of your viewers and fans are going to enjoy that process of you coming back. We have a lot of good things scheduled for that move, hopefully.
It's
pretty
always
soon.
fun. It's always fun when I put out there that I'm headed to LA or Orange County. It's always fun to see the fans. Oh my God, where are you at? We want you. They want to meet up with you and talk to you and get to shake your hand, pictures and so on and so forth. So it's kind of fun. It's been fun to follow some of the fans here in LA because normally I'm down in Orange County. So it's kind of fun. So we have an interesting topic today, Maz.
I'm interested. I'm really interested.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Please.
So today we're going to talk about what your biggest fears are.
Oh, God.
And why are you scared and what does it mean?
What does it mean? That's a deep thought, Teresa. You always have to dig into my soul. My dark soul, Teresa.
We have to bear it all right here. It's called getting naked.
Okay.
And if you guys didn't know, we are actually sitting here naked.
No. If we were sitting here naked, Teresa would throw me off of some balcony or something.
So let's get right in there. But why don't we find out what Maz's biggest fear?
My biggest fear in life, Teresa, I probably would have to say the death of my mother is my biggest fear.
No, I understand you're a mama's boy. I understand you're an only child.
Yeah.
But how old is your mom?
My mom right now is 69.
Okay, so she's still relatively young.
Well, thank God. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Knock on my head.
Right. But I'm just saying. So your biggest fear is that someday she lives.
My biggest fear is to be alive and to, God forbid, see the death of my mother.
But we all have to see that sooner or later.
I listen, Teresa. I've spoken to God, and I have a deal with him that I go
understand.
before my mom.
Okay, so I understand that your mom's different, and she's going to get to live forever. And
No.
God already took my dad.
Well, I have a deal with God that I got to go first, and then my mama.
Well, as much as you work, that's probably going to happen.
You always ask me why I don't sleep and I work so much. It's because I have to go before my mama.
Well, I understand that.
But I also have other fears too. You want me to give you my top three?
Sure.
My top three fears. My first one is the death of my mother. Second one is failing in life. And my third fear is seeing my children fail.
Okay, but as you know, and we all know, in order to be successful, you have to have some failures along the way. Because
no, I mean not those lesson of failures. I mean failures as in not being able to move forward in life. Failures, because failures are small mistakes that build you as a human being, but the failure that I'm talking about is falling and never being able to get up. That kind of failure of not progressing enough in life and not going to the next level.
How can that happen? As long as you have a brain and as long as you have the mindset and the goals, why would you ever become paralyzed in life? There's only one time in my life so far. There's only been one time that I've actually become paralyzed in life. And it was for a very short period of time because I put it in my head that I could not stay that way.
And when was that?
When my son died.
Well, Teresa, every parent in this world has the right to feel what you felt.
No, I understand, but I'm just
You
saying.
must be
So
a robot not to feel
no,
what you
so
felt.
I'm saying I have felt that pain, and I've become frozen. I
Right.
became frozen. I did not want to go on with life. I didn't care what happened in life. I didn't care if I woke up the next day. I didn't care. I mean, like I'd given up. I became completely.
How long did that phase take?
It probably didn't take as long as it does for most people because I didn't let it. Because I soon came to realize that that's not what my son would have wanted.
Does anything take you ever down? No. We're talking about an American Gladiator here.
Oh, now don't put me on a pedestal that I don't belong on. But I am
honest
strong.
To God, yeah. And I admire you for that. I've always told you that I admire you for that because the life lessons that have happened in your journey are just it's inspiring to hear, and that's why I admire you so much. And I think that you always will have a footprint in society's hearts and souls because your story is a good one. And it's one that will teach a lot of lives how to survive in struggles.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
Okay, no more. I'm not gonna compliment you anymore. It's enough.
I'm just saying, don't put me on a pedestal that I could fall off of very easily.
No, well, as you know, I ask you for advice all the time.
Right.
Because I admire your advice. You've had that. You've been through that. But what is your biggest fear?
Well, no, let's not get off track here from it. So you just gave us your 3 biggest fears.
My 3 biggest fears.
Okay,
I'm sorry. My 3rd fear with my children was involving, God forbid, they have bad friends in life that make them go towards the wrong directions.
Well, yeah, and we all
that's my fear.
And we all understand what influence
the
can
failure.
do.
Yeah, the failure for them. That's the one that I fear. Is
right.
If, God forbid, they get influenced by the wrong friends and end up failing.
Okay, so let's dissect this for just a minute because you know that's what I do. So your first fear, losing your mom. We all understand that death is inevitable. Correct. No one has been granted forevership on this earth. Not that I know of, from years and years and years ago. Like, no one's ever been able to live here forever, right?
Not even Zsa Zsa Gabor.
No. No one.
Not even Hugh Hefner.
So I know Hugh Hefner didn't even get to stay here forever. So we all know that no one's granted forevership here. Correct. So we all know that death is inevitable, just like taxes, pretty much.
Correct.
So the way to look at it with your mom, and I understand because you're a mama's boy, you're an only child. You look forward to talking to your mom every day. You can't imagine life without her.
I couldn't.
But somehow life has to go on without her.
Right.
Because that's what life does. I mean, like I can remember when my son died, I just could not understand, why is everybody still smiling? Why is everybody still laughing? Why is everybody going about their business? I mean, like, I don't understand this. And that's what life does. Life just keeps going without you. It just goes on.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully your mother will live a long, long life, and you'll be able to celebrate her life when she leaves this earth and know that you'll be reunited once again someday.
Right.
Your second fear.
My second fear is that I
fail.
That I fail at what I'm doing. And I let down my clients. I let down the people that believe in me. I let down my family.
But I don't see how that's possible because you've already, I mean, yes, we all fail at times.
Achieved, correct.
Yes, you've already achieved a great deal of amazing success.
I fear when I have something and I hold on to it, I fear of losing it. I've always had that feeling as a child.
Sure.
So that's always my daily fear.
You think that stems back from losing your father?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so, because my father wasn't that much around during my childhood for me to get attached to him. But it could be the reason why. Maybe I've always wanted to impress my mother as a child and get her attention.
Right.
So I've always done the best to impress her. So maybe, a little bit of failure in my life has always been a huge red flag to make sure that I don't. So,
but I've had a lot of amazing mentors in my life that have always tried to explain to me that failure is part of growth.
Yes.
And so I can't look at something like failure. Like I can remember the first time I bought my very first health club, and one of my mentors, every day he would say, have you signed the papers yet? Are you going to do it? And I'm like, no, I'm kind of scared, because like, what if I fail? And he's like, fail at what? Like fail? Like, so you fail at your business. Okay. So the all-American way is you go file bankruptcy, you start over in life.
Right.
It's not death. You're not hurt. You're not injured.
See, mentioning that to me gives me the chills.
No, but he said, it's not the end of the world. You just start back over.
See, you like that in America is the typical lifestyle.
Right.
You fail, you file bankruptcy, you get back.
Right.
I've been raised with like German values because my mother was raised in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
In Germany, we don't live off of credit.
Right.
You live off of your cash.
Right.
So when you're done, you're done.
Right.
And I guess the level of system that we grew up with over there is a little bit different. But for me, like filing for bankruptcy is like a slap in the face. I mean, I'm not.
No. Believe me,
in my values.
When he told me that, I was like, "There's no way in hell I am ever going to file for bankruptcy."
Yeah.
To me, that is a total sign of failure.
Yeah.
But it reassured me
that there's still
there's still a chance.
Yeah.
To continue on in life. It's not the end of the world. It's
and
not
there's
death.
that extra little net to catch you.
It's like a little net that would catch you. Yeah. You're not going to fall into some deep dark hole and never crawl out.
Right.
So that's how I've kind of faced my fears, is because he said, while you're sitting here scared, someone else is going to go buy that health club, and then you're going to be working for that health club.
Exactly.
And then you're going to kick yourself in the ass because you sat around and hawed about it and you were scared. Scared of what, yourself? Really?
Yeah.
So your third fear was the fear that
my third fear is my
other
children
people would
being
persuade your children
on my children.
Right. And all we can do is be the best parent we can be. We can't control them forever and ever and ever, as though we try. God knows we try. Correct. But eventually our children have to make their own mistakes.
You have a daughter. You still fear that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I think a good parent will always fear
will always fear for your child. You always try to protect your child. Right. You can't help but do that. But you also know that as our parents allowed us to make our own mistakes, we also have to allow our children to make some mistakes because they have lessons to learn in life also.
Correct.
So, you want to hear my biggest fear?
Yes.
I only have one.
What is it?
I've narrowed mine down to just one. And actually, about a month ago, I was in Vegas at a big conference. You remember me going to that conference. Yes. And one of the subjects that we had to discuss was our biggest fears. And we had to literally walk into an arrow with our biggest fear written on that arrow.
Wow.
And break that arrow. And the arrow was into your neck.
I'm very, very intrigued and excited to hear what your biggest fear is.
So now, mind you, I was scared.
We're talking about American Gladiator.
But mind you, I was not scared of anything but that damn arrow going through my neck. I was like, there's no way in hell I'm letting this arrow puncture a hole in my neck. They're like, it won't happen. It'll break. I'm like, I don't think so. That damn thing's got a big old point on it. It's going in, and it's going right there into your, like where your
esophagus. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, and they made you sign waivers. So I'm like, holy shit, this is serious. Like they're making me sign a waiver, so this thing could actually puncture my neck.
Right.
I was scared.
Yeah.
I was more scared of that than my biggest fear, I think.
But what was your biggest fear, though?
So we had to write our biggest fear on this arrow.
You keep dragging me.
And then you had to hold this arrow up to your neck, and then you had to walk into this board. And when you walked into this board, that arrow hit the board, and your arrow was supposed to break, and then your fear was broken.
I like that. It
was really cool, but my heart was pounding. Like, I was scared. I just knew I was going to die right there. Like, I signed a waiver. It's over, But there's 2,500 of us in this room doing it. So I'm thinking it's pretty safe, apparently. So anyways, I had to write my biggest fear. My biggest fear, I wrote on my arrow, was that I would not be on this earth long enough to attain all and finish all of my goals that I have in life. That's my biggest fear.
That's very smart. You summed everything up in one.
So my biggest fear is I would not be able to accomplish everything I have set my mind to accomplish before my time is over on this earth. And I broke that arrow. So I think I'm going to be around long enough.
I hope that you
Because
are
one of my
around
biggest
enough.
goals is to be able to sit in that rocking chair somewhere, whether it be on a sandy beach or wherever, when I'm
It's definitely gonna
100,
be a sandy beach.
and say, you know what, I have no regrets. I did it all. I maybe failed at some things. I succeeded at a lot of things, but you know what? I have no regrets. I've done it all.
No regrets.
No, but that's my biggest fear is that I
Regrets.
fear that I'm not going to be on this earth long enough to finish everything that I want to finish, which are so many amazingly good things. Is that,
I agree
is
with
that
you.
a viable
No.
fear? I'm not scared
That's-
of death. I'm not scared of death because the way I look at it, if my brother, my dad, and my son all died in front of me, what should I be scared about? When it's my turn, I'm going to see him again.
That's an interesting way of seeing death.
No, but I'm just saying, my brother, who was 23.
So you look forward to seeing death.
Yes.
I love
No,
that.
it's not that. I mean, like I will miss.
That's
I will miss not being on this earth and enjoying my friends and my relatives and my coworkers, and I'll miss my time here. But I'm so damn excited to see my brother and my dad and my son.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
I really am, because I'm like, apparently they weren't scared. I mean, like they're already there.
I like that concept.
So I'm actually kind of jealous sometimes that they were all able to achieve what they were supposed to achieve on this earth in record amounts of time, and I'm still plugging away trying to get mine.
But you're succeeding every day.
I am.
We all are.
I am.
And you're a person that doesn't just settle for simplicity.
Right.
So you're doing fantastic, and the hearts that you've moved while you've been on this earth is a lot. Don't forget that as well.
Oh, very much.
Achievements are not just getting somewhere.
No, and part of those achievements and part of those things that I'm trying to accomplish before I leave is I'm trying to touch as many lives in such a positive way before I leave.
You've touched a lot of lives.
I know I've touched a lot of lives, but I still want to touch many, many millions more.
So you've touched my heart so.
But I'm just saying, that's my biggest fear. You asked what it was. My biggest fear is that I don't get to stay on this earth long enough to get everything done.
So as not many of your viewers may know, I'm also your manager.
Yes.
So I'm going to make sure that we have enough time that you get everything accomplished.
I don't
Otherwise,
think
you're going to drag me with you.
I don't think it's a matter of you making sure we have enough time.
No, I know what you're saying.
What you need to do is make sure shit happens.
Right.
Soon.
Right.
That we're not sitting here 20 years from now having the same conversation.
Oh, Teresa. 20 years from now, I wish I'd be here.
No, but I look, and this is a little part of history, guys. Do you understand and realize that 20 years ago, Facebook did not exist?
Yeah, Facebook didn't exist. Social media didn't exist.
But I'm just telling you,
Internet had just started.
Right, but I'm telling you, that's how fast things can happen.
Yeah.
Because we look at how 20 years ago, there was no Facebook. There was no social media.
There was nothing. Yeah.
And 20 years later, we're sitting here with not only Facebook, but Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and Pinterest and everything.
Right.
And technology has taken us so fast, so far in just 20 years.
Yeah.
And yet I can't get my brand to grow fast enough.
Yeah, but you know that process.
No, but I'm just saying.
Branding takes a good amount of process if you do it properly.
But I'm just saying, things can happen relatively fast.
Absolutely.
Look at how fast Facebook and our technology has sped us through,
Right.
So
Right. Absolutely. I totally agree with that.
So what does that mean? What does that mean when I tell you what my biggest fear is? What's it mean?
Well, that means that time is an issue for you. Time is essential for you.
Right.
That time is a huge role in your life right now.
Right.
And that you want to consume every second of it accordingly to the journey that you
So
have.
when people say, "Oh, do you take naps? Oh, do you do this?" I'm like, "Hell no! I am not letting the grass grow under my feet.
Yeah.
I am not wasting any amount of daylight."
You can take power naps like me. It's very interesting. I take them at the office, and everybody says Miles passes out for 10 minutes, and I jump back up, and I'm ready to go for another 20 hours.
I just cannot let grass grow under my feet. I got too much to make happen before I leave.
We're
this
on the
earth,
same
so.
page on that.
Yeah.
And I guess we all got to use as much good qualities of our.
Do not waste time, guys.
Nope, don't waste time. Use every bit of your talent, your wisdom, your education, your knowledge, everything that you have, use it wisely.
Yep. So on that note, guys, we're not going to waste any more of your time. We're going to get out of here so that you can listen to another podcast here soon. So with that said, we're going to get out of your hair, get out of your face, get out of your ears. Make sure you get out there and like me on YouTube. Make sure you like everything on YouTube, my Teresa Romer channel, the Conversations in the Closet channel. Make sure you like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. We're out there everywhere. And with that said, we will catch you later with another amazing podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody from Los Angeles.